Okay, okay. Everyone hears you now. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the quality max? Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good quality.
Yeah, I got it to record a lot better afterwards.
Okay.
I just didn't realize OBS needed like some setting changes.
Yeah.
At least I didn't use Wireshark, right?
Like, all hail, all hail Wirecast. All right. Anything that you have until the lane phase commences, which is in like 30 seconds, you can ask that now.
Um, I don't know, just like I mainly just have trouble with tanks top lane against with Tryndamere.
Okay.
If they're like Riven, like anybody Irelia, Darius, anybody squishy, Jax, I have no problem with.
Mhm.
But it's just the tanks.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Have you
yeah,
before like because you're up against a Garen, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Before he arrives to the lane, have you watched the 80 carry videos where I make the DBZ analogy with like Cell and Gohan? Because that's really prevalent in the top
No,
lane.
I haven't
Okay.
watched it, but I know DBZ, so
Okay, okay. Alright, I'll make the analogy for you when it happens. Okay, so like right off the bat, one thing you're not doing is you're not dash dancing. Do you know what I mean by that term?
walking back and forth.
Yeah, but for a specific reason.
Okay.
Okay. So like when you killed this minion that was just right here, okay? Like you see its dead corpse, all right?
Yeah.
You could have been dancing optimally between like these two. You know what I mean? Like somewhere in between these lines.
Hmm.
Okay? And if you're doing that, when Garen goes to hit this minion, when you know it's at the last hit point, okay, and he has to auto attack it, you give him this ultimatum where if he auto attacks it, you hit him. And that's like the DBZ analogy where like so this is like Cell and this is Gohan, okay?
Hmm.
And then you're Vegeta. Alright, and you just you hit him with like a big bang.
All right.
Like, okay, so basically top lane at the highest level, like in like Korean solo queue, probably also other solo queues. I just don't watch the solo queues. This is a really nitty gritty technique that if you master it and like periodically throughout extended trades and stuff, you'll end up poking them so much that they have to recall numerous times throughout the lane.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, it's going to be different for every champion. Like if they're an AD caster, like Riven or something, they can obviously reciprocate with like broken wings and stuff. And then you have to calculate like if your auto attacks plus your skills outtrade that of like their AD casting plus auto attacks and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, but already you're standing really still, and basically that like in some cases that's fine if you're freezing the lane and you're using it psychologically to like piss them off. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Because basically, like, imagine you're down 2 levels against like a Rise who has 2 kills on you, and all of a sudden there's like a really big CS wave, and he could be shoving you, but instead he's just sitting there like he's AFK, and he's randomly throwing an auto attack like right at the last time that he's gonna kill a minion. It's gonna piss you off, like on a, you know what I mean? It's like tension, you know. So with that being said, when you just stand like this in the very beginning of the laning phase, it actually makes him really comfortable because it's really easy to know where you are, where you're standing, what your next possible movements are. Because if you're standing still here, okay, you can only move, in a certain amount of directions. And I'm not trying to draw a sun, okay, but like it's really easy. But all of a sudden, if like even if you're standing and you're gonna get this auto attack, if you're dancing between X amount of locations, okay, it makes you unpredictable,
Okay.
and that's all that it's about. And then
Yeah.
also like the acceleration and whatever. It's obviously if you're not used to doing it on your champions, it can get tiresome on your hand. But if you do it over enough games or something, it'll just become like habit, and it won't even
Yeah.
affect you. Okay. It's like lifting weights at the gym or something.
Like now that you say that, I kind of do that against like range people, like Jace for example. I'll do that stance more. I guess I should do it while melee too.
You're cutting up. You're cutting up. Your mic's cutting out. Hello, Matt.
I can really hear you. I think the call quality's dropping for some reason.
Call quality. Restart the
Not
call.
sure why.
Restart the call. it works. Okay, are we good?
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
That's really...
Yeah, I hit share screen again. Okay. So, all right. Let's go. No, you just missed a CS.
Yeah, I know, I'm bad.
All right. Now right here it's 230. Generally you want to place like a 255 to a 305 ward inside their tri-brush. So either push the lane. Okay, you are. Oh my god, did you just click on Q?
What? Yeah, I'm still in the process of switching. You'll see me like rotate every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get the habit down.
Okay. Yeah, so go and ward the tri-brush. You should have warded it right now. I mean, the jungler was... Never mind. Yeah. Okay. But generally, for like a general point, right, just always ward it between 205 and 305 for like a good, you know, and then if your mid laner does the dot A ward, you're both immune to ganks.
Yeah.
And like right here, like, okay, so I'm gonna play this in like slow-mo, and some reason I can't. Okay, I'm gonna go in slow-mo. Like, you see this right here, where you back off really far. As soon as you know that he's gonna turn around, you should turn around. Do you know? Like, you only run as far as he chases you. And then, like, right here, you see the animation that he's going to hit this. Your animation could be at the same exact time, and it could be aimed at him.
Okay.
All right, and then that goes back again to the DBZ analogy thing. Okay, and if you've done this now, there was like numerous instances where you could have done it, and also when you had him under tower, which if you want me to go back to, I will. But that's something that, like, if I had like more than 1 hour with you, I would break down every individual step. But if you do like these, if you apply what I'm telling you right now to it, like in the VOD of it, like, you'll be able to see it all. If had you done this numerous times and had you done it properly under his tower, he's missing about like 300 HP, or he's missing like 200 HP right here, which isn't like the end of the world for him, but it is considerable. So yeah. And then we can speed up.
Yeah, I do have to get rid of the lock camera thing. That's gonna take me a while to get used to.
Yeah, you can hold down spacebar.
Yeah. Like, my spacebar right now is just lock and unlock.
I would just use the default setting and like use spacebar when you have to move your screen, because lock camera is really bad for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. I get camped a lot this game, by the way.
It's okay.
See, I wanted to help Elise, but I was really low, so I wasn't sure what to do.
Nope. Okay, so like right here, right? There's 1, 2, 3. All right, here. Let's. Wait. There you go. Michigata. Okay. You have to factor in. Okay. How much? Like, you can either get a kill, or you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's almost a kill in minions. Alright, now obviously there is like a bounty of double buff and whatever, but you're not going to get to it in time. On top of that, another thing that you have to factor in is, thank you YouTube bar, your experience. Okay? If you kill this entire wave, I think you'll hit 4, right? Yeah, you'll hit 4. Which then gives you base stats, okay? So it gives you the HP up, it gives you the AD up, it gives you the MR up, you know. Obviously not on all champions, it'll give you MR or armor, you know what I mean? Armor up, etc, etc. And if you have scaling stuff, it gives you scaling, whatever. And then also it gives you a skill point, which equates to X damage. Like if you upgrade E or Q or whatever. Okay?
Yep.
So that's just important. It doesn't just apply to Tryndamere, it applies to any champ. Does she live? Oh, mother of heaven.
Yeah.
And then you have to get out of here too. Otherwise you're gonna... Okay. Alright. And then, like, right here, this instance where obviously... Well, you go to trade with him and then that doesn't make any sense because that's like a a fly trying to attack a human at that point. Like with with the amount of HP that you have and that he has red buff. But the other thing is that when he pushes like this, okay, and then he elects to go off, okay, he's obviously going to ward this, and this doesn't make any sense because your jungler's dead, right?
Yeah.
Like the death timer's still there, so Garen's not tabbing, so he has an inefficient ward. Inefficient ward is I don't know if you know, but it just means that the timing on that ward, X amount of it will simply never be capable of being used because a gank can simply not occur. Okay, so there's no reason to have it. It's just like it's a psychological thing where he thinks that he is safer, even though it changes nothing, simply because there's vision on the map. But anyways, like in this circumstance, okay, where he's gonna go over to the right, and you know that he's going over to the right because you look at his face. Okay, his face tells you where his mouse cursor is. Now Garen's body could be facing down here, right? But his face could be over here, and that means his cursor's over there. Okay. Looking at the face is always important because it tells you where the cursor is. They can't change that. Now the body couldn't be facing any direction, or like the champion can be going a certain direction, but the face will tell you. Like he could be going south, right, like over here, right? But his face could be pointing there, and you know that the mouse click is somewhere over here.
Okay.
Do you know? Whereas if he's facing, like, say down here, the mouse click, you know, it's going to be different. But anyways, when this happens, all right, you have to wait right here. Because your minions, they're en route. Like, you can see them on the minimap. And watching minions on the minimap is important for line control. Okay? You have to just stand right here. Like, at this line. You can't let them get to the tower. Because you know this will die one shot to the tower. This will die one shot to the tower. You'll get this CS. And by the time you get this CS, Garen's warded. And then he's probably back over here. Okay? And then with red buff and his sustain and etc, 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 he can probably outtrade you, even under tower, and it makes it very awkward, and you'll end up missing probably like 35% of this CS.
Yeah, I missed the first 3.
Okay.
So I missed the full health one because I'm bad. I got the rest.
All right. Okay. Oh, that was good. No, that was good. That was good. He shouldn't have let you get that. Like there's lots of ways he could have just punished you, but
yeah, I was kind of testing him here because he knew my spin was down and he wasn't going on me, so I kind of knew that he was going to end up probably doing that throughout the game. So I guess I was just like mind gaming him.
Now, one little nitty-gritty thing is when you're under pressure as Tryndamere, or you want to apply pressure, every time he turns around, even if you're not using it as like kill, or you're using it for a kill, there's no circumstance where you're going to go for a kill here. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, even if your jungler comes, you actually probably can't even kill him without him just turning it on you and, like, threatening to kill you. Okay, so because that's present, just spam W every time he turns around to slow him down. And it's, like, really awkward.
I did learn that, like, maybe a couple minutes in, you'll see me do it, like, every time this passive pops up now.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure that it actually did that, but it has to be with him facing the other direction. If I do it, like...
Right.
Drop it.
I know.
Which is really weird.
Well, no, it's part of the skill.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought like it has to do damage to break the passive. I just don't know Garen that well.
No.
There, I'm bad. No.
It's okay. Alright, so here you just have to push the lane and then recall, because if you stay in the lane after he gets a freeze on, it doesn't make any sense, because he's gonna hit 6 off these next waves. Because you also have to factor in that he killed Elise, so he gets experience.
Okay.
And no, if you drop a ward here, it doesn't make any sense because you have to recall. I feel like he's gonna kill you.
No, you'll see.
Alright, he hits you with the slow, your spin was down, he could have chased you. Because he hits you with the red buff. Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the... I made sure not to burn summoners, though.
It's okay. Yeah, no, that's good. No, don't go into static shiv. Don't go into static shiv. Why are you going into static shiv? Wait, hold on, we're pausing. Alright, go ahead.
I wanted to use the lightning procs to constantly break his passive every time he was near me. And he's stacking armor, he's rushing Sunfire, so that extra bit of magic damage could help.
Okay, but throughout an extended trade, you're only going to proc the shiv maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
And you're right that you can harass him and you can break his passive, but the 100 magic damage hitting into his MR, it's not going to do anything right now. Like, it's just not gonna play an effect. And the amount of time that you're gimping your damage output, and then you're also gimping your sustain inside of the lane, it's just not very good. You're blue side Tryndamere, which means that you can be greedier, especially if you fall behind. So that's like something that's very favorable considering how the lane played out so far. So with that being said, you should just go Bilgewater into... I mean, you don't have to complete Blade of the Ruin King right away. You could go Bilgewater into Shiv, but you need some sort of sustain and some sort of utility inside of the lane. Especially against his passive, so... Alright. And then as you're going back to lane, it would just be good to look at other lanes and whatever.
Yeah, I should have done that more.
It's okay.
I missed the cannon menu. See, like right here, I wasn't sure what to do because he was gone for such a long time.
Right.
I wanted to freeze it because I was kind of behind.
Okay, so if you want to freeze it, why are you CSing?
I thought I don't know. I was just trimming the wave. I thought it would be okay.
Okay. Well, no, I mean if you have those 4 extra minions right now, this wave of yours is dying faster, and then by the time he does get here, it's like almost taking tower aggro. But if you manipulate it by using your body as a shield, it's not. Yeah, you gotta slow down your CSing right here. This is the advantage to blue side, or one of the advantages. Like right now, this could be the same exact situation. Maybe you would be missing about 100 HP from tanking tower aggro, or not tanking tower aggro, from tanking minion aggro. But then your minions arrive, and you pass it off like a baton to them. Alright? And you could have 4 more minions right here, which makes it extremely awkward for Garen, because then that means that this freeze is going to last about another 20-30 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, the lock cam. It's hurting me.
I know. I just have to get out of that habit. That's just how I started playing.
Yep.
And I just played like that forever, so now playing unlocked actually makes me play so much worse.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess I have to play like a bunch of customs or something until I get used to it. I'm not sure.
Well, you can just go and play like 50 normals, 40 normals. Yeah. Okay, and it'll just... Yeah. It's like... just unrusting or something. Okay, so Yi dies, and then what's important is you're like pressuring on under tower and stuff. It's important to know like what the enemy drop, and you're not warding. Drop the ward, because the jungler has no business going mid right now, right?
Yeah,
you can see that I'm in the map.
I was watching that.
You have, yeah. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm just like so greedy with the wards for some reason.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense. Like now, one thing is, what is the game timer? Please let that YouTube thing go away. Oh, it's not going to go away. God damn it, YouTube. Okay, hold on. It should go away in a second. It's 8. Okay, so if the jungler went blue to red at the very start, the jungler would be on their way to you right now because of the game timer. So that's even more incentive to place the ward.
Maybe I had the false sense of security because Elise was in his jungle.
Well, you would have already cleared red.
Yeah, you're right.
So I know what you're saying about the false sense of security, but... Now, when Elise gets to golems and there's still no sign, and then Garen's electing to use the spin on minions, you know that you're safe at that point. Just from a psychological standpoint. Don't be afraid to use your Q when you know that you're not going to be trading. Now, Elise comes over. Nice. Okay, no, you gotta slash... You didn't need to ghost.
I know. I thought she was gonna land it. I just have too much trust. On this account, it's different. Like
even if she does land it, okay, yeah. You still don't need your ghost to kill him. Not with the... Well, maybe... Hold on. Let me see this one more time. She should throw her cocoon right around here. She should, because if he stops moving to dodge it, he begins taking attacks from you, and then she can just go spider form, hit him with a Q, and then if he does flash, then she can repel. Like, where she throws the cocoon is wrong by her. Jeez.
I think she must have high ping. I don't know.
I mean, that could be it. I mean, he even flashed before, like, yeah, okay.
I'm missing all the CSs. I'm a bad player.
Alright, that's silly. Don't take, like, 200 damage just to get 2 or 3 autos on a tower. Okay, so Shyvana just showed up at bottom right. Okay, we saw that. And she's going around to Zed. Nice, the pings go down. Sick. So Leona doing her job. Shyvana's still down there, so that means that you can be harassive. Now, one thing you could do is counter jungle the golems. I'm unsure if Elise fully ate it, or if she didn't. If she didn't, you could counter jungle the golems, or you could proxy the wave in this instance.
I have to get better with doing the attack spin underneath the tower. I always just do it without, and I need to pay attention because I need to wait for the tower shot to be in the air.
Yeah.
Before that way it doesn't have time to switch to me.
Oh god.
That's just mechanical errors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still fight him even though I take like the worst trade. I just want to show him, you know, that I'm not afraid. Like most Garens try to fight me and they lose, and I'll just snowball on them really hard. But this guy played safe, so that's why I chose this video. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right now, Shyvana's staying in mid for so long, okay? And if Yi was on his way back to mid, alright, Shyvana wouldn't be doing this. Or at least it doesn't make any sense, because then it puts Yi really far behind, alright?
Yeah.
So I feel like Yi isn't coming to mid right now, but he doesn't show up, like, immediately at top, but I felt like he was about to show up at top, but he's probably, like, on his way to top or something.
Yeah, that's why I bailed, because I was like, Yi's gone and Shyvana's mid, so I'm getting out of here. Like, I wanted to push the wave, but I wasn't trying to get Yi fit.
Okay. Yeah, okay, there he is. On the minimap.
Yeah.
Okay. Buy green wards! You had 100... I'm fucking having a heart attack right now.
So greedy, man. So greedy.
I need a cardiologist. like I'm getting...
Also, I'm pretty sure that MF was running Smite.
You got a... No, right, but okay, like, let me try to change your entire view of wards, okay? You got a 300 gold kill because your jungler came and assisted you, correct? So globally, you got 450 gold. Technically, if the jungler doesn't come, you don't even have that 300 gold. Okay, nothing changes. You just happen to have an advantage. It's like you pick up $300 on the street, okay? If someone didn't drop that $300, you wouldn't have picked it up and you would have just kept going on your way, all right?
Yeah.
But you do find the $300, okay? So, reinvest it into the team. Like, being a carry isn't, you know, killing Garen 5 times in a row and having Blade of the Ruin King at 9 minutes. You know, that's not what carrying is. That's, like, that's what the community thinks carrying is. And then that you hear them rage all the time, they're like, oh, well, I 5-0'd my lane and my bot and top and mid and jungler day all just suck. And it's like, no, that's not what carrying is. So, if you get 5 kills, that should be like 10 wards that you give your team, just so that they're immune to ganks. Do you know? Like, and then obviously you build in consideration to how you're winning, and then you build in consideration to continuing to shut down and apply pressure to whatever, like, wound that you're creating on the enemy team. So, if you go 5-0, you don't just continue to build the way that you're gonna build if you didn't go 5-0. And what I mean is, if you go 0-0-0 and you go static shiv, okay? But let's say that you would have already killed Garen 3 times. You don't need to rush static shiv. You can hold on to that Avarice Blade and put salt on the wound, and then you can pick up the bilge water, you can get the tier 1, you can get 3 fucking wards, you can shut down Elise's or Shyvana's jungle, Zed's immune to ganks, you tell Leona to just ward river, and suddenly the entire fucking world is happy. Okay? That's more of a carry than going Shiv into tier 2 and then just continuing to try to pummel Garen.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, as I've lost a lot of games like that. I remember, like, it was the day before yesterday or so, I was against a Rengar top with Tryndamere, and the Hecarim came and ganked me, and I killed them both at level 4. You know, I just 2v1'd them and killed them both. And I lived and everything, and then they came back, and I did it again. So I had 4 kills before, like, 8 or 9 minutes? And I ended up losing that game anyways, because everybody else just got gang slammed after he just left me alone top. And while I was crushing the Rengar, I didn't do enough to carry.
Yeah.
Even though I was massively fed.
Right. Because all that being massively fed is, when you elect to build that way and you don't invest it into the team, basically it's like share the wealth, like you're a corporation, okay? And by just keeping all the gold to yourself and putting it, like, all inside of you, okay? You're like that one rich asshole that has, like, all the shares of the stocks, and then, like, if you go under, the company goes under.
Yeah.
You know? But if, like, you spread the wealth and everything, and, like, you ensure that even if you have 51% of the stocks or something, that's a lot better than if you have 80 and then suddenly, like, something goes wrong. Right? Okay, so...
That makes sense. I'll definitely do that
Yeah.
from now on. I think, I used to watch Hal. I don't know if you know Hal.
Isn't that like a Tryndamere one-trick pony?
Yeah. Well, he was... Remember when you were coaching Sky, like, on his live stream, he was, like, Mordekaiser mid, because the Jarvan took jungle?
Yeah, because...
The Jarvan was Hal. He was a challenger smurf.
Oh,
in the
God.
next game, he was on the enemy team, and he just crushed Sky. And Sky thought he was ghosting, but it was just Hal being, you know, a much higher ranked player.
Yeah.
That was Hal.
Okay. I don't really follow too much of the non-Korean scene unless it's LCS, but...
Yeah. I just know you were coaching Sky, because I was watching Sky's stream when it was happening.
Yeah, okay. No, I remember that day.
What do you think about rushing Last Whisper? I had that against a Renekton who was just building full tank.
Nope.
Which was actually was kind of nice. Like, I didn't have any sustain, which kind of sucked, but he couldn't really do anything to me either, because, you know, I would just chop him down right away.
The amount of armor reduction that it would be granting you in relation to the amount of damage that you're losing when factoring in your Q, your slow, and then your ability to stick is not worth it. Until they get higher amounts of armor. That's like getting Lichbane on almost any mid that's not Akali or Fizz. It's almost cost inefficient as the first item, which is typically why you don't see a lot of Twisted Fates do it anymore.
Okay.
Like, it's not that the item's bad, obviously they pick it up eventually, right? But in relation to the damage, and then in relation to the utility that it offers at that given moment, it's not good. Ow.
Yeah, that's fine. He blew Ghost for it. Or he blew ult for my Ghost.
Yeah, yep. Let me see if you don't need to use Ghost there. Maybe you can just bait him and ult under tower.
I was thinking about just fighting me, but he had Meditate, and Garen had a lot of armor, so I was like, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you need to Ghost. No, you need to Ghost. You could try to maybe do something tricky where, like, you try to dash dance behind him and well, no, he's using his ult. Never mind, not Ghost. He would be immune to slow. What? No!
Yeah, I couldn't catch him, so I just slammed E, and then it worked out for us. But that was a misplay by me, for sure.
Does Zed...
Yeah,
okay. Oh, alright, you get double kill. Okay.
Doing the DST. Yeah.
Don't buy while dead. Don't buy while dealt. Don't buy while...
Yeah, I forgot about that. Because it shows, you know, I don't know, I'm not used to that.
I would just pick up, yeah, I'd pick up a Vamp Scepter. No, I wouldn't get boots. I would get a Vamp Scepter and I would get a dagger. That's just my opinion. Because you don't need the boots being blue versus purple. And then on top of that, you can just be greedier. The one thing, though, is, I don't know if you ever watched me stream. This is just my opinion, but it's also like a mathematical thing. If you watch how I build Bilgewater on most of my champions, I go longsword, dagger, dagger, and I don't complete Bilgewater. Unless, like, I'm playing, like, a Zed, or, like, obviously if I'm playing a Tryndamere, I'll complete it as, like, the first item or something, but, you get more utility if you do it that way, in terms of damage and everything. Like, just get the Vamp Scepter, hold it, and then get the daggers before the Bilgewater.
Okay. Yeah, I never noticed that. I've watched you build it before, but I just never gave that any thought.
Okay. Hold on one second. People are saying that you can't be heard, and I care about that because of the VOD for you. I think that'll fix it. I'm sorry. I think you could have chased him a little bit longer and then activated Q.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I wasn't sure on his ultimate timer, so I was nervous. He was trying to, yeah, that was obvious, but he would always try to silence ult me and try to like burst me, but the silence doesn't stop Tryndamere's ultimate, so.
Okay. Also, that's something that that just reminded me about, like, randomly. By going Shiv on blue side when you were behind, it reduces your ability to freeze.
Yeah, that's very true.
If you're purple side though, maybe it can have some warrant in some situations, but I wouldn't do it.
It's kind of like Hydra. Like, you can't really freeze once you get Tiamat.
Yeah, yep. But purple side Tryndamere has some advantages that blue side doesn't, but you were very fortunate to have blue side. So it's also important to factor in color when picking your champion.
Yeah, I don't. What do you mean by like the sides are different? Like, how does that apply?
Well, okay, so blue side, if you're purple side, okay, and the minion, and he's trying to farm under tower, and you're like pushing him, okay, and the minion wave comes, it is a direct, like, obviously we don't have it on this screenshot, okay, but just try to follow along, okay, because it's basically, there's tons of dynamics like this. So if this is the tower, all right, the big T, okay, and then there's the lane, okay. And the minion wave is coming up, okay? And he's trying to freeze it right here. And you're standing, like, you know, on the outskirt of a tower range or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, you're trying to hit the minions. You can proc and endlessly, like, ricochet static shivs under his tower. Okay? This is a dynamic that you can't do on purple side. Because purple side, you know, there's the tower. Okay? And then there's that little crevice in between it. And then there's all this room. And he can, like, go behind it, he can stay near the trees, you know, etc. And you might be able to argue that he could do it on this side, right? He could go down to behind the tower, he could try to stay over here, etc. But the way that the minions approach the lane is different. Okay? And the angles at which you can stand against the tower and try to proc the Shiv is also different. Just because the lane is different. And then, like, there's this opening right here that you don't have on this side. There's the Tri-Brush that you can shut down with warding, and, like, there's all these different dynamics to these lanes. It's like purple side Jace versus blue side Jace. It's blue side Ryze versus purple side Ryze. There's all these different dynamics on how they can play the lane, how they can build it, how they can control it, how they can manipulate it, and like their recall timers in consideration to the color. Okay, and then, like, if you go back a few months, I'll give you two examples of really broken color champions, okay? Blue side Rumble for Baron and Dragon control, and purple side Gragas, back when he was a mid laner, for Baron control. Remember, Gragas could throw his ultimate into Baron, okay?
That's fucking retarded.
Right, and like, he was notorious for being called Purple Gragas. You know, oh, they picked up Purple Gragas here. Oh, they have Purple Gragas. They have Purple Gragas. It was never, oh, they have Blue Gragas. It was always Purple Gragas. And that was because of a dynamic that is specific to that champion and his color on that, like, role, because of the map. There's other instances like this. Purple side Jace, back when he rose to power in top lane. You know, blue side Lee Sin against Dragon Steels, you know, in the early levels, because Lee Sin's known as an early and a mid-game monster. All that stuff. Okay? Does that all make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea why she's top.
Zed. Do you kill him here? Oh, you ulted so early. Okay, now you just kill the tower. That's alright, that's good. Oh god, Yi. Oh god!
I was like, I'm fucking out of here.
It's like pedo bears are all child, like...
It gets pretty hairy right here. I made sure to use my W quick so you couldn't get much damage off, and I just like bailed. The last tick of Ignite would have killed me.
Oh my god.
That's pretty nuts.
That's good. Okay. So now you're gonna recall. And this is like the instance where I would talk about just get the 2 daggers, don't complete build order.
Okay. Yeah, you see me bitching about it in chat.
Huh?
You see me bitching about their shenanigans top lane
Oh.
in the game chat.
Yeah. The fuck? And now bottom should just... They could... Oh, well, I guess they can't pick up Drake. It's probably too early for them to just... well, maybe they could, depending on Caitlyn's build.
Yeah, you see me actually talk about it.
Yeah. Jesus! No, this chat... Oh, God.
What?
No, I just had an opinion that you shouldn't type. Unless, like, someone's really being an idiot, or, like, you need to DST because of the way the game's going. I just don't believe in chatting.
Okay.
Like, just speak with pings, and, like, if someone is addressing you, then, yeah, you can respond if they're not, like, doing it negatively, but that's just my opinion. Like...
Okay. Pretty sure I actually turned all chat off just because I got tired of it. I feel like it made me play better with all chat off. Yeah, I wanted to watch the dragon fight, but I knew he wasn't there, so I had to kind of
What
watch
is he doing?
I don't know. He's trying to tank me out, but it's not going to happen.
What? What are these choices? Oh my god.
I think he was trying to tank me out and like try to bait my ult and then Q me or something. But
Right. Whenever you have instances on Tryndamere where you are under 0 pressure and no one can come to you and you're at full fury and you're missing HP, just use it because it's of no use against towers. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like as soon as you got away from me, you should have just queued because then you had a full minion wave to charge it back up on. Like right here, you should queue because you don't need it. Like Golem, Red, or Wraiths are not going to deal enough damage to you that you can't otherwise heal through having Bilgewater or having a red potion or just like...
Yeah, you're right. That's something I've been working on. I gotten better with it, but you know, I'm obviously not really good with it yet.
I wouldn't have killed all the Wraiths. Especially if Siobhan is going Feral Flare, because then you're not just attacking her gold, you're attacking her Feral Flare.
I didn't expect the spin to kill the one that I didn't even really hit.
Oh,
it did.
okay.
That was my... I do it here to Wolves, but then Zed finishes it, because it was like trolling him.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Said. Alright.
Alright, this is pretty
Oh! Oh, that was actually a really beautiful solar flare, to be completely honest.
There he is trying to tank it out again. We didn't learn the first time.
Alright.
I think right here I was thinking like, I saw red buff come up, and I just wanted to make pressure on the other side of the map so they couldn't just like gangbang my team while they're trying to take red or whatever.
Right. Ah. And now in this instance, your Elo is gold, right?
This account is.
Okay.
I have another account that I play on. It's Gold 3, but the
Okay.
MMRs and roughly a Plat 4. I skipped Gold 4 and
Okay.
went straight to promos in Gold 3, so I'll probably skip Gold 2 also.
Okay. In this instance, yeah, I would just recommend doing the endless split push and just playing single player. If you're on Tryndamere. You could also recall and get Bilgewater now, right? I mean, you can get Bork. I'm sorry, Bork.
Yeah.
No, like right here, like you shouldn't be in the team fight. You should be in bottom lane right now.
I just got greedy. I saw low people and I was like, I want this, but then I didn't even get a kill.
Well, you got an assist. You got 2 assists. Who cares?
Yeah.
Kill still doesn't exist. And like,
I know.
yeah, okay.
I wasn't mad. I just wanted it for myself because I'm greedy.
Okay. You guys push mid, and now, like, you should just recall. Because if you don't recall at this point, it's an inefficient recall timing. Because if you wait longer... Yeah.
You'll see. It gets bad.
Oh, God. Did you just ping Baron?
No, that wasn't me. But I was willing to go for it because they were going bot, so if they didn't have it warded, I figured, fuck it. But then they started moving, so I started telling my team not to.
Right there, Skara.
I know, I was going to do Dignatus.
Oh my god!
See, I was like, fuck it, they're coming. No, don't do it.
Well, at least that's different from Dignitas. They would have stayed. No. Okay.
I went with a pickaxe because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go Last Whisper or IE yet. Okay. That was just like a happy medium.
Yep, that's fine. You have to upgrade your red trinket.
I have to upgrade the red trinket?
Yeah, you have to get red trinket.
Why?
Vision Denial technically gives you EV on your trinket because you gain gold from your trinket.
Oh, okay.
And then on top of that, Vision Denial is more important when you're ahead.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever gotten an upgraded red trinket on Tryndamere unless there's like a Vayne or somebody obnoxious like a Collie.
Well, you should want it for split pushing so you know that, you know what I mean? If you're hiding, like for instance right now, if you go into this brush to the left right here, you want to know if it's warded or not, if you're trying to hide in it.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. I literally only bought it for somebody's stealth was a problem.
Okay.
But that makes sense. I'll definitely do that from now on. Are you still going?
Yep. What?
Are you still going? I think the call froze.
Oh, okay. Let me...
Might have to restart the call. Yeah, it froze when you paused it.
Let's restart share screen. Alright, hold on. Also, a lot of people in the chat are asking what EV is. Do you know what that is? It's a poker term.
No.
Okay, it means expected value. It means basically the amount of value that you can expect to get when factoring in like a lot of conditions.
Okay.
Okay. If that doesn't totally make sense to you, just after like on Google search EV poker definition or something.
Let's just restart the call because it's not loading. I don't know
why. Not, oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, restart the call. Go. Okay. Let me... Okay. Share screen with you.
I don't know. I have 100 up and 100 down, and of course, like the one time I actually want to make a Skype call, it does this.
Okay.
Makes sense.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Trying to man mode it 1v5 like. Oh wow, okay, all right, good. You didn't activate Bork yet. There you go. Now you did. That was cute. Okay.
Yeah.
And then as soon as this is all happening, I would have just span over the wall into mid lane and instantly gone to mid, shoved mid up to tier 3, then gone to top, shoved top to tier 3, 8 golems, 8 red if it's up, 8 wraiths, and then go immediately to bot, and you have 3 lanes pushing single-handedly by yourself.
This is pretty weird.
Sorry, the skip thing's on the screen still. Alright, and then you get bot inhibitor. Like, this is an instance where you can use Q. I mean, it's a very minute, like, heal, but... Well, heal efficiency. God. No! Stop talking! God! It's like you're going to Bible study and like...
Yeah. I honestly, I don't really ever talk to my teammates this much, but I guess I was in a good mood, so it was like, we were actually doing okay. Usually people are fighting and I just end up muting everybody.
Oh my god. Oh.
I don't know what Garen was doing. I think he was rage typing this team.
Yeah, probably. At that point. Oh, wait a minute. Is that like a winter misfortune?
That was the arcade one.
Oh, that's the cutest thing ever. God. Alright. No, like right here, you should be at top. You shouldn't be in mid.
Okay.
Because your team could have just done that, and top could also be shoved.
Yeah.
Like rotationally. Right? You're not needed. So you just have to judge. Why are you going to bot? You have super minions. I mean, I guess if you're trying to end, then. Oh, never mind. They surrender. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rotationally, though. Yeah.
Stat boosting. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so, any questions? Sorry, I'm yawning. God. Okay. Do you have any, like, ending stuff?
Yeah, if it's like a squishy like matchup like Jax or Riven,
Well, Riven